What is up? You're watching a hard carryman endgame player in old school with a daily show on YouTube and some weekday streams on Twitch. If you're interested in getting better at the old school, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. Come along for the ride with me. We're doing a hard mode top learner raid here with Call Me Mike on the North Freeze roll, Mathbum on the range roll, Loser like going for his first KC on the melee roll. Let's go ahead and chat a bit about it. We always do take the lowest KC first for whoever shows up on stream, so long as we meet our minimum requirements. We would take 5 people as well. If a learner had shown up, we would have grabbed another learner. If someone wanted to join them, they could. But we waited a little bit, and this is the group we're running with. We just wrapped up a previous raid, so that's what we're on to. So let's talk about Maiden very briefly. For Maiden, if you've been hit twice in a row, you want to step away to give aggro to someone else. If you get hit 3 times or more, you're going to take extra damage. If you're freezing, you're going to lock those tomatoes down so long as it does not make you late for the crabs. We do want to kill those crabs all the way dead. Unlike normal top, if they leak, it makes their attack faster, which makes the room really hard. So we do kill them all the way dead. For freezers, we're going to be staying on boss for 30s. Freezers will freeze them and then attack the boss. Use your claw specs right away, and then if the crabs are about to leak, you can do a last-ditch effort with the Chally spec. For the North Freeze roll, that's Call Me Mike. You're going to freeze North 1, then North 2, then South 3 to catch everything in the clump, and then the 4s. Once you've frozen everything, you'll help freeze any tomatoes that are rolling around. Once those are all locked down, you can help kill the North 1, North 2 till they're dead. If those are taken care of, you can help with the clump. If that's taken care of, just get back on boss. For the range roll, let's math bomb this raid. You're going to kill South 1 till it's dead, then throw chins at the clump till the clump is dead. Medium fuse, 5 tiles away, and then back on boss. And for Loser Lad, that's our melee of this raid, you're going to kill North 1 till it's dead, kill North 2 till it's dead, and then back on boss. If you have any questions, ask away. Otherwise, you can say R in game. Let us know you're ready to pot.
Ready.
Loser Lad's ready? Awesome. Let's go to pot. If you do want to show some support for Loser Lad going for his first KC, you can redeem a little R. It costs 1 cabbage. You'll show up in the bottom left of the screen and let him know that you were here watching, supporting him, rooting him on every step of the way. R from Nonabelian, hardcore R from Zeko. I'd love to see it. I think we're going to have a nice, beautiful raid here. Hardcore R from Eucalyptus. Hardcore from Fixtrel. Everyone's having the hardcore R's today. This is the squad. Rangers with me on the south, everyone else in the north. Double checking the spell book. Make sure you got the right runes in the pouch. Spam click to go in. If you're mauling, make sure you maul on the very first tick. If you would be late because the pre-fire switches are too much, then just don't do the pre-fire. It's more important that that maul happens on the first tick. I'm going to follow up with a Ralos here. Should be 0 defense. Love it. Mage gear on, Augury on, get ready to freeze. Be ready to freeze on that very first tick. Oh no! Looks like you lost a tick between the 2 and the 4s. Unfortunate. I'm gonna go ahead and take some aggro off our team here. I'm gonna go ahead and freeze the tomato that spawns right away. Make sure we lock it down. After 2 hits, I'm gonna separate. Gonna head back out. Let my teammates take a couple hits. Make sure you're staying in melee range, Loser Lad. Otherwise you won't pull aggro. Awesome. I'm gonna go and freeze the crabs here.
It's right before the gray boxes. I see now.
You should be using your scythe here, Loser Lad. You got full oath plate and a scythe. Stand boss. Mathem's quite low here. Calling like Scipio Reese, get your piety on. I'll be taking aggro and you have 110 HP. which means you want to be standing against this front row. Oh no, math bump. On the way out, Maiden's just mean, isn't she? Eat the angler, grab the salve. Lose light sip of 1 dose of your regular super combats here, so you get your stats back up. You want to be fully potted. Into the next room. Eat our angler, grab our salve, into the next room. When both on the opposite side of the pillar, you can enter the room. And make it so that nice smooth entrance here. Get one of these pre-fires in hard mode Tob. If you do them in normal Tob, you can chase and do 2 more. In hard mode Tob, you can turn after 16 ticks, so we don't want to chase because he could have turned there and we would have gotten flied a bunch. We hover here in case he turns. He does turn. Oh my god, I had a 67 natural. That's hilarious. Backside of bloat here. Backside of bloat. Watch your feet. Do not flinch. Do not take the stomp.
What specs are we looking for on hard mode top? In regular, it's Chally Forsyth, right? So
Well, you can still do various things. The way you should think about bloat specs isn't so much like I do Chally, Forsyth, Chally, leave, and then tank the stomp, but rather you exhaust your whole spec bar to make it so bloat dies on the most feasible down. So if you have a team that's like a bunch of whippers, you wouldn't do Chally, Forsyth, Chally necessarily. Because tanking the damage just adds a lot of risk and doesn't actually save you a down. Out we go. Don't force it. Don't force it. Be leaving early. Don't take the stomp. We walk back around. Back around. Hopefully we don't get punished on the, Oh, that's cruel. I try to react and path to a different tile, but a little bit of lag there. Get the 2 down. I mean, get the 3 down here. Should be pretty reliable. You always do want to hang back a little bit further than normal, because bloat does turn more often in hard mode Tob. He's down here. We'll be leaving the downs a little bit early as well. Try and avoid that back. So I say back to dodge the hand. Maybe watching those not only where the hands are, but also when they're falling, because they can sometimes fall at a time that's super inconvenient to dodge if you stay too long on the kill. Each second angler grab a stam. It looks like you don't have a second angler, so I didn't catch that when you were gearing. Maybe you ate it during maiden. I know it was kind of a feisty maiden. For this stream, I'll be taking all of the mage roll. Calling like you got the left side of the room. You're meleeing. Math bum, you're ranging the whole time. Throw chins during the first demi. Your Q for it is the big ranger spawning from the right side of the room. After that's wave 10. You're going to ignore that first demi and throw chins at all 3 lanes instead. Loser side, you got the right side of the room. You're going to be mailing on that side. Always be mailing. If you run out of things to mail, you can one-way this thing and hit some stuff that's blue. Spam click to go in. Oops. Make sure we're all melee potted. Be potted not only for melee roll, but also for other styles. You want to be doing hella damage. Melee gear on, scythe, and then Chally. Ranger throws chins. North priest, make sure focusing is inside the room. I'll try to prioritize melee here, Mike. There's a lot of melee in the room, and your role is melee. You're really slow there. 18 West is an important pre-fire, so you go for it a lot in these little fire raids. Makes it so that people don't end up challing themselves to death. Melee Garon, Scythe, and Chally. How'd you end up here, Incompetent Jesus? Took a wrong turn. Who are you watching? Out of curiosity. I'm just curious, if you were watching TF2 and you ended up here, that must have been a journey. You here for Beggars? Beggars TF streamer? I'm not familiar with Beggars. I'm unfortunately not too well versed in that community. You should be mailing here. Call me Mike. There's a lot of melees on the east side of the room. Cover your melees. Cover your melees. Don't put that saying on unless you run out of melees. Ignore the big guy in the middle. And focus pillar health. Look at whatever pillar's the lowest. Go camp that pillar. Ignore the big guy in the middle of the room. Someone was hitting the big guy in the middle of the room. Don't hit him. Actually quite close in a 4-man. We're really far behind. Don't let this pillar fall, guys. Group up on it. Group up on it. Group up on it. Can't let it fall. Oh my goodness. We lost it. That's pretty surprising. I guess it could happen. Eat up. 85 HP or more. Awesome. It's be just like normal Tob for math from everyone else. Pick a spot, stand far away. One guy here, one guy here, one guy here. Pick a spot. When it's range freeze, we separate out to these tiles. When it's mage freeze, we run over to math them. Farther away, loser line, you'll be over here. Good practice on the demi boss. No loser line, you'll be over here. Someone dropped a super combat outside the room. Brew up, restore Sanfew. Call me like brew up. Restore up. Go ahead and potcher the range pot. Got BGS, you can do a BGS. Remember, if it's range, we have to separate. If it's mage, we have to group up. Pre-move for range, move away. In for mage, mage for on. Pre-move out for range. Farther away, farther away, farther away. Your spot's farther away there. At least 3 tiles away. Your spot's out here, man. Yep. Range out. Pre-move in for mage, in for mage. Pre-move away. It does really hard AoE to people who are close to each other on range phase. Oh my god. A little bit's prayer there. Bit rough.
Information. DD. Loser DD.
Spread out for range. Oh man. I took so much damage there. Group up, group up. Remember, spread for range, group up for mage. My callouts have been really weak this raid. I'm getting a little tired. Mage in. Some melee, it's fine. Go and do some melee hits. Away for range. In for mage. Out for range. Gotta be leaving quicker. Gotta be pre-moving away right after that last mage hit. In for melee. Pre-move away for range. 3 tiles, 3 tiles, 3 tiles. Farther away. Your tiles out here. In for mage. Awesome. We make it through. I was pretty low on supplies there. It's surprising. I should have brewed. Oh well. We'll make it into the next room here. We've got Soda Tech. I'll be 1-2. Call me Mike 1-3. Mouth Bum 2-3. Loser Lad Phil. The rotation. No, I'm always predicting the worst case scenario. That's what I'm doing. So if it's ever not range, we always predict that it's going to be range. Get my preserve on. If you pick a spot, that's your spot for the rest of the raid. 4-man toss. You guys made it past Nihilo carrying age. See now. Poor pilot Tyler. He's feeling cruel to me today. The maze is by section. People have different sections of the maze. You do your part of the maze when you're connected to it. Don't try to guess what the maze is. Just only follow other players until you see you're connected to your part. Bottom of the orb board on the inside is Loser Lad. Loser Lad, wait here until until Mike and I have left. Whoever's on the outside, wait on the third row until it's no longer red. Oh, go quick. Do your part of the maze quickly. The NATO's slowly catching up to us. We can't be walking. We will die to the tornado if we walk the maze. Go, 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 get out. Myself and Matham should be specking here. I have the east ball. Someone else has the west ball. Stand in the middle if you do not have a ball. Stand in the middle if you don't have a ball.
I can't see balls.
Oh.
That was a glitch.
Make
Weird.
sure you're quickly exiting the underworld. Just quickly out of the maze. Oh, lost map up. No worries. It happens. If we do get any more sets of balls, we're going to go ahead and tick it. Awesome. Right all the way. Let's go. Lead the way. Awesome. Both of you guys can go for a spec here. If we do get more big death balls, we're going to be ticking them. Ticky, ticky, ticky. I'm going to step away, pray against any incoming orbs. When this happens, I will rotate. Just to make my life, for my teammates, a little bit less annoying. Sticky here. Got 2 doses of Divine left. So I'm going to be rationing them basically. I do want to use it during Zarpus a little bit, but I also feel like we might have a really long P2P3 here, so I'm going to probably just use the reg. Use the reg for Zarpus, unfortunately. Go ahead and grab a stamp first. You're going to want to grab Bruise. So you're going to stamp first, and you have resources, so you have 3 things that restore prayer in your backpack. Your Sandfew does count as one of them. Then you're going to buy Bruise. If you have extra points, buy and drop Bruise. If you have extra points, buy and drop Sharks. We'll do something like that. A little light on food. That's alright. The deaths hurt a lot in Hardmode Tub. You lose a lot of points. I did have a Nilo death there. We had, I think, a maiden death, a bloat death, and I think a lot of Nilo and soak deaths. So we're gonna probably be low on supplies. We're gonna have to play very clean if we want to make this happen. Cover your quadrant. If a second one spawns in your quadrant, someone might steal it from you. You might switch quadrants with them in 4-man. So a hint towards your teammates if you ever see them get an
In your quadrant.
exhumed.
Nice, nice, nice.
So the gear's all fixed. You got BGS, you'll do Scythe BGS. I see 4 people wearing a maul right now. Does anyone have a BGS? I think not. That might be an oversight. I should have not brought a Ralos if we had no BGSs. I would have brought a Ralos. I mean, I would have brought a BGS instead. You know what? We shouldn't do it, but we're gonna quadruple mount. Let's do the unbelievable. Just keep spamming maul specs until it's at 0. I could have Ralos spec probably. I recommend starting east or west, by the way, when you do this, because it makes your pathing around corners a lot nicer. If you're learning how to do your Zarpus walk, listen for the spit noise. Spit attack. Spit attack. Just melee until you run out of tiles. Sans 1. You need at least 1 tile left for the last phase in your quadrant. Use the entrance area. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in a little bit of this region because it wasn't used. Alright, stay in your quadrant. Attack when he looks away. I know I wasn't in that quadrant method when I rotate over to this one, but you do want to try and stay in your own quadrant. So if there's ever like a chance where, imagine it's like, no, not me here, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get back to my quadrant, and I just like casually walk over there and swing, there's a chance one of us dies. So you wanna go in
Okay.
your quadrant.
I saw you over there, so I stayed because I moved over here for the sidewalk. But yeah, good call.
I think I'm supposed to do that, but I thought it was low enough.
Yeah, you don't want to go for the Chally when there's 3 people left. There's a chance that bad things happen. To be blunt, wherever you are at Sodas, where you are for the rest of the raid, make sure you drop a little bit in that quadrant to show you know where you're going. You cannot use the same tile twice in a row. We're going to use orb order for the staff, so you'll swap. We just transition the staff at the pillars, and we'll just have to run across from each time we spec. Make sure you don't use that same tile twice in a row. Nobody drops stuff southeast. We're not starting. Someone doesn't know where they're going. Who is southeast? Oh, you're pretty light on supplies. Making sure. All right.
Yeah,
If you're
we
just
got
low, then you're low. Yeah. Fight is starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Call me, Mike. You're up next. Drop out of the west pillar for math bump. Take cover. We're gonna hit while heading east. Lose your life. Pick up at the east pillar. Spec while heading west.
not bad.
Yeah, you gotta drop it right away. Gonna take a little damage here. That's alright. Drop at the west pillar for Call Me Mike. We won't worry about the staff here. Brew up. If you're below 85, then sip Restore. Or should I sip Sandfew to block out the poison? Crowd coming from the east. Brew up 85 HP before you swing. Who's like, brew up, brew up, brew up. Use the brew. I know you're almost out, but use it. Sip the restore. Sip super combat. So your 4 tiles here are going to be these 4. You want to use those in a pattern secure next. That works. Then you go back to the first one. Yep. Avoid the crabs. But make sure to deal with the crabs here, so when they spawn, we do want to get off the boss and hit them with Sang. Mage Pearl. I got a trick for you, Luzulad. So you have a lot of prayer left, you have a divine. Once the crabs expire here, you're going to put redemption on and sip your divine, and then sip a prayer pot. At once the crabs spawn! Not right away! Oh no!
Oh, bad. Yeah.
You're good. Yeah, as I said, once the crabs spawn, because if you do it now, she could just attack you like that, but there's like a little window when the crabs are spawning where you can, like, when she doesn't attack, she's doing her whole shield animation thing. So maybe get this. I think it's doable. I can share my point of view in Discord as well for you, so you can kind of see it without having like the weird stream delay in the audio in Discord. Should be sharing my screen now. Queen Tankins with carries P3. Make webs, make webs. We have to skip because math bomb's early. Sips down. We'll have 3s yellows, not 4s yellows here because it's 3 men now. That means I'll have the off the bus, off the bus, off the bus, off the bus, off the bus. Don't spawn it. Oh, never mind. We'll keep swinging. It's my bad. Just keep swinging at this point. I'm gonna have the yellows most on the east. Call me Mike Northwest. Call me Mike Northwest. Math bump Southwest. Pass the ball. How are you on supplies?
He's out.
Totally out.
If you're out, go ahead and take the ball and take it to the grave. Group up with me, group up with me. Let's put her in the pog here. Making webs. Sipping stem. Hitting from the middle. It's looking pretty grim. I have to swing hard. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, under, attack. Spit, 2, under, attack. Spit, 2, under, attack.
Can you tick the green ball or no? It's not possible.
You can redemption it with the NATO, but there's bigger issues. So if I take any damage, I don't have a way to do it. That's the problem. I need to take a melee here. It's the only way. Okay. No, I was one tick off. I might have gotten the redemption there if I was one tick closer. That's unfortunate.
Try.
So close. I'm gonna give it another go. I'm happy to do one more try. I go and reapply. Make a fresh party here. If anyone has a drop, no worries, but we stick with it. Try to make the things they were rough. Try to smooth them out. Make them happen. Looks like Broken Hip's trying to join. Make it a 5-man, I suppose. Go ahead and reapply at the board. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my inventory while people are applying.
What role is free right now?
It was a 4-man, so we would need a melee roll, it looks like. Unless someone
Sounds
dropped
good. I'll
out.
go ahead.
Okay. We'll grab maybe this. Let's go ahead and check the board here. We've got Call Me Mike Math Bum. Who's Roulette here? I think who was our freezer again? It was Call Me Mike.
Yes, yes.
And then we had Math Bum on range roll. Broken Hip and Loser Roulette. Awesome. I believe in you guys. We can drop 2 resource and swappers. We could swap a couple resource swappers. It wouldn't hurt. 1 for 1 is fine. You really do have to go for those range elite void switches when you're fighting Nilo boss. It's a lot of damage. I know it's like a lot to think about with the switches, but you did get some reps in it, right? So you get a feel for what the Nilo boss fight's like. Just to kind of recap that to hopefully make it go a little bit smoother. Always be thinking about what you need to be doing next, right? So for Nilo boss, if it's ever blue, if it's ever mage, you're currently grouped up. The worst case scenario is it goes range, right? So when it's blue, we want to spread away at the end of the blue phase in case it's green next, so that we don't take that extra damage. Likewise, when it's green phase, when it's range, as it's nearing the end of green phase, we want to be grouping up because the worst case scenario if it's green is that it becomes blue. And when it's melee, we always assume it's going to be range next because we want to get the most damage possible. But also in hard mode top, that range phase, it's violent. It does a lot of damage, so we always want to be predicting the range phase, trying to make sure that we're able to protect ourselves by separating and then getting that range per run quickly. That'll help with the Nilo boss, hopefully. Maybe a little bit of reps for it. The other thing for waves, we have to be hitting non-stop. If we fall behind on waves, it's going to be really rough. Let's go ahead and say R in game if we're ready to pot.
Ready.
Broken Hip. I see you found the party. I don't think I said it, did I? You just probably, it's like, is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3?
No, you
Heartburn.
did not. Yeah.
Heartburn from Liquid. It has its benefits, doesn't it? Let's go ahead and pot. We stick with these. We make it happen. I'm looking forward to the new Delve boss coming out in a couple days here. I guess a day now? Something like it. What? 26 hours? Something like.
6 a.m. on the
Ah, shit.
23rd.
You're gonna have to leave the raid, guys. I may have forgot we have a 6-hour log here.
We
Oh,
had
never
some of
mind. We're good.
those.
We're good. We're good. Don't leave. Don't leave. Don't leave.
Oh,
No!
I left. I left.
No!
Yeah,
So did Loser.
We
All
want
right, we'll
our
reapply.
refunds.
At Verzik. Previn 6-hour logged
No.
at Verzik.
I would have
Yesterday.
gotten 6-hour logged at Verzik, you said?
Previn
Ooh.
got 6-hour logged at Verzik yesterday, helping with GM times with Joe
Oh
Watermelon.
no. That's tragedy. Let's go ahead and repot here. I mean, we don't have to do anything with the gear, so we can just repot. If you dropped your salve, make sure you grab a fresh salve. It's the most common mistake. AHC trolling. About to run into a solo if I don't pay attention to the board. Let's go and have everyone apply. Hard mode solo with this setup would be pretty impressive. Oh man. A little trolling never hurt anyone. I think it's healthy to have a little trolling in your life. Is Zell coming Wednesday or Thursday? So it's supposed to release on Wednesday with the update, which means I'm ready for it to come on Thursday. That's how I feel about it. Jagex says, I've lost all faith in their ability to release things on time. Everything always goes wrong with releases, so I've just lowered my expectations a little bit. I'm really hoping after work on Wednesday I get to play the Delve boss. I might stream it. Last time Yama was released, I couldn't play Yama for like an hour and a half because the launcher is broken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spam click to get in. Maul on the very first tick. Swing hard. Let's get in there. Sock69 again. Thanks for the follow. I don't know if I caught that. Get the maul off. Fantastic. Mage gear on. So it's gonna be a bad spawn for me. It's a good. I mean, it's a good spawn for me to go for the freeze. It would not have been a good spawn for the north freeze. North freeze is on time. Click to attack. Click to attack. You don't need to time your third freeze. You can just instantly click to attack.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's like they're 5 ticks apart, and it's tick perfect. You don't have any leeway. So right after you've done your second freeze, just queue up the next one. Move to dodge any blood that's coming, then queue up the next one. Oh man, we proc that really? I'll catch the force.
You should.
I didn't say anything as I held it off because I wasn't sure if you're going to attack or not. So I didn't want to leak the force and then like freeze them at the same time. It was too late for me to make that decision. So I just accepted 2 leaks instead of 3. Or 2 leaks instead of 4, I mean. That's unfortunate that you threw blood there. I wanted to pull aggro.
Stay on,
No.
boss. Yeah, kind of.
Swing, 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 swing. Should be good. Little claw spec here. Don't be holding your spec for next rate. Out we go. Eat your angler, grab your cell, then go. 148's a little rough way around the edges, but we made it. If you're using a Chally at the end there, I know you don't have claws in your setup loser line, but you don't want to spam Chally spec into Chally spec into Chally spec. Just only do the one at the really end. You want to scythe until the last possible second. So Chally's, it hits really high, but it's not very strong. Like if you use it over and over, because it's such a long cooldown. It's a good last hitting weapon. And if you the only alternative is like if you thought it was going to kill it with the Chally, then it didn't die. You're like, well, I'll swing again. Like, I kind of get that. Backy turn. Then the opposite of the pillar. Come on in. No, broken hip. Looked like you were preparing to dodge there. And then
I
normal
was,
stuff.
but then I got hit instead.
Out we go. Leave early, leave early. It's a bad position. This is why. Back your turn.
Oh,
Whenever you
wait.
spar into the corner like that, especially in hard mode tub, unless you're prepared to manual path and dodge everything, it's good to leave a little early. Otherwise, you end up in really rough spots. Also, use your left hand to turn the camera so you can see around the corner before you need to actually path there. Helps you find bad spots. That's nasty hands right there again. Down. Watch your feet, not your XP drops. Going for a 3 down here, not a 2 down, so we leave. This is part of the reason, like in this case, even if it were a good time to flinch, from like a positioning standpoint, a hand standpoint, you still wouldn't do it because it doesn't gain you a down, and it just risks you dying and causing the raid to basically be wiped, in the sense of like it's too slow. If you pre-potted, your divine might have run out. Could consider waiting for bloat to go down, sipping the divine right as you go to do your swings. Could be going down here. Once you're safe, sip the divine, look at your feet. Sip the divine, look at your feet. Come to the backside of bloat, it's closer to leaving. Out we go. Be quick between rooms here. You're gonna put your melee amulet on, drop your salve, then grab a shark. Don't clog your inventory up. Just grab one and go. I'll take all the pre-fires for mage roll. Call me Mike. You're gonna mage anything that makes it into the room. If there's nothing to mage inside the room, help out whatever roll's falling behind inside the room. Pick a pillar that's the lowest HP, keep it alive. Mathwem, you're gonna be ranging the whole time. Make sure you throw chins during the first demi-boss. Your Q is the big ranger coming from the right side of the room. Once you see that, you want to kill that big ranger. And if the chin spawn, the wave spawn, you're gonna throw chins to the outside at wave 10. Loser Lad, you got the left side of the room. Broken Hip, you got the right side of the room. You guys are mailing the whole time. If you run out of things to melee, you can help by saying a few things. Just do a one-way saying if that's the case. Spam click to go in and get in
You
there.
said left side for me for MTPS?
Loser Lad is left and Broken Hip is right.
Okay.
Loser Lad is east, Broken Hip is west if your camera's facing south. Keep these Nilos dead. Don't let them breathe. Melee Giron, Sanctin Charlie. Make sure Pada. Keep your prayer topped off while it's not stressful. Make sure you're avenging between hits. Make sure you're always hitting something. Spam click the next thing you can hit if you don't see something you can hit. Do I plan on killing Zulrah today? Is that meant for my chat? Barvis, I don't have any plans to kill Zulrah. Melee Giron, Scythe and Shally. Pillar's getting really low. Focus the lowest health pillar. Looking at it. We're actually super far behind. Just northeast is really low though. The problem is, we're just falling too far behind. We need to be constantly hitting stuff. There's too much downtime between our attacks. We want to be queuing the next one up the second the second it's about to go off, so that like there's no downtime between them. Zoom out, look at pillar health. Got one getting low. Make sure you sip your research, get your offensive prayer back on. Call me Mike. Gonna try to save this one. Gonna lose another pillar here. Can we keep this one alive? I think not. Brew up. Lose another one. Damn, we're just barely not meeting the cutoff there. We're so close. It could be like a couple more attacks from anywhere that we might do it. But that comes with practice. Don't sweat it. We'll have Lucial IDD here. I'm gonna stand here and you're not gonna move. Alright, where we're standing. And if you end up getting dragged because like the boss moves you or something, that's fine.
I'll move right here.
Show where you're going to be. Don't ping. Not everyone has pings on.
Northeast.
We move for range. React if it's mage. Don't move, loser lad. You do not move. You stay here and you keep doing it like normal, Todd. You're taking over the anchor roll because the ranger has perished. In for mage. Ends up being melee. In for melee. Spread out for range. Should be good. This swing. Out we go. So there's an anchor roll. Typically that's range roll, and that roll doesn't move at all. If the boss drags them, they just keep swinging. It's basically the exact same as normal top for that roll. Then for range trees, you want to be at least 3 tiles away. For mage trees, you want to be grouped up on top of each other. I'll take 1, 2. Call me Mike 1, 3. Math bum 2, 3. Loser lad Phil. Broken hip back up. Mine hit.
Northwest.
If you get there first, it's yours. Someone else got there first, it's theirs. Sometimes I'm a little bit diabolical when I see people call it, I will take their spot. Be careful with that.
You can come take it.
No, I like this spot better. It makes Zarpus more interesting. Out we go. Bottom of orb board on the inside is Broken Hip. Wait on the third row till everyone else left you behind. Whoever's on the outside, stay on the third row until it's no longer red. Ethan says, I have decided, fuck Tebow, I'm going for Scythe. Respect. That is good for tobbing. Do your part of the maze when you're connected to it, take one step north at the end of your maze. Out we go. We have ball soon. Ball happens. We're going to be making a sandwich. Mike, make sure you use 5 tiles. 1 tile over. Give us a little bit of a more breathing room. If the ball's
Did
on
I
you,
cover?
Mike, you can elect to ticket it, by the way. 1 on me. Mike, you're going to step away and ticket. It's your low HP. Just keep swinging, though we might skip it.
Nice.
Boom. Bottom of orb board on the
Which one is it?
inside
What's the
is...
order of the tiles? I think we missed it.
I missed the first tile.
Oh. Everyone missed it. Here we go. Bottom of orb board on the inside is broken, loser line. Loser line, wait on this row until everyone has left you behind. Do not go right away. Whoever's on the outside, wait on the third row until it's no longer red. Out we go. Don't drive the chip damage. Can hit a 22 through prayer on melee. You just swing hard
Check
here,
dump
close it
claws.
out. Yeah, use claws. We got 100 defense on Soat right now. Oh, spec him out. Put your offhands on, so Sang and Buckler, Sang and Eldinis, Sang and Book of the Dead. Decant any potions you can. Drop any partial potions at the chest for people who might be able to use them. You're gonna grab a stamp first. Then you're gonna buy restores until you restores. So you have 3 things that restore prayer in your backpack. Your sand free counts as 1. Then you're gonna buy brews. If extra points, buy and drop things for your teammates. Because a 1-dose brew on the ground here could be useful. Full brew on the ground as well. Shop quickly, make it into the next room. You have extra points, buy and drop sharks for your teammates. Try to help them fill their backpacks. The couple seconds we spend here to fill everyone up is worth it. Sip and drop your range pot, loose roulette. And fill your backpack up. In we go. Always enter from the center, or you risk getting the splat. Wherever you were at Soda is your home for the rest of the raid. It's where you're going to be going for Zarpus right now. So who's northeast? Awesome. So if an exhume spawns in your quadrant, you're going to hold it until you're going to hold it. If a second one spawns in your quadrant, I will hold it until you can take over for me. And try to take over as soon as the one you're standing on is expired. Take over when you can, lose roulette. If you have no exhumes, make sure you centralize in your quadrant so that you're able to make it to any exhume quickly. Matham, I know you wanted that one. I saw it. You can't hide that.
Yeah.
You wanted it. Got another 8 seconds or so. Stay in your quadrant, lose roulette. Alright, you got BGS. Who do Scythe BGS here? Wait, do we have 5 people with them all? Oh god.
Maybe.
It's 23 defense. That's a strange number. Okay, I got a Ralos. That'll get the job done. Stay in your quadrant. 5 tick weapon on. Swing when he looks away. Oh. Did I swing a tick earlier?
It's a
Thought I waited 5. I'm
possibility.
sorry, man. That's horrible luck.
What a PKer.
It's unlucky. I'm sorry, man. It's just not. Share ITB. No. Don't say that. No. No. I've only done that a couple of times. I think we have to wind down after this one. I think I'm getting a little tired. We're making some bad mistakes. My bad, man.
You're good,
What I'm
bro.
trying to do is I'm trying to sync up with the other person's attack, and I attacked 1 tick early, which means they die and I live, which is the worst outcome in my opinion. I'd rather it be me dying and they live.
In that situation, yes, but not adversely.
I mean, sometimes I die at P1 and we still make time. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Mike, pick it up here. Mathbomb, pick up at the west pillar. Speckle heading east.
For offense, for stat,
Loose
does
roulette, pick up at the
changing
east
gears
pillar.
matter?
The specs no, for the regular attacks yes.
Good to know.
So does augury. So you'll see when I'm doing my free fires, for instance, I will go through the trouble of switching even the void helmet to get that tiniest bit of bonus. Get the augury switch. We play our 2 staff out there. We might have her dead here. Dead to rights, right? Surely. Oh no. Ow. I thought it was dead for sure. Oh well.
Humble enough, humble enough.
I'm gonna be a little greedy, which is not what I recommend. You want to be 85 HP. Sip your Sandfy if you didn't. Locks up the poison. That much I will do. This is probably gonna give people in chat anxiety, or people on YouTube anxiety, me sitting 19 HP.
It gave me anxiety when I was watching you.
If I plank, it'll be really tragic. Or for like the SBS run, or for the crap till it's dead. It's 30% on the west side. Hit it again. Do another whack. That'll do. It does a little chip damage when it expires. Brew up, loser lad. Don't be hitting the boss here. 85 HP. Clean tanking is what carries P3. Look for those melee. Try to avoid them. Sang's on. Awesome. Stand near Webb's tile. Keep tanking. Get ready for Webb's. Let's get it. Sip your stamina if you didn't. Make sure you're super combat potted. Each swing. Want to be potted up. Loose lad, get out.
Would you just
We saved this man. Remember where you were during P2. That's where you go for yellows. Remember where you were P2. Those are your yellows. Three, 4, 5, 6. Under attack. Spit 2. Under attack. Spit 2. How you get into Pog? If you want to know how to Pog to like that, exclamation mark learn Pog in the Twitch chat.
think this is over?
Chase a teammate. The ball's on you. Chase a teammate. Spit 2. Under attack. Get back in cycle. Crabs coming out here. Pop the crabs. Next attack. Swing hard. Making webs. I'll fix it. Sip your stab. Keep swinging.
Nice.
Time to make good my escape.
Ooh, a brew.
See you later.
Oh
And
my
we
bro.
make
Ooh,
Never
respect.
got-
time! Love it. We automatically corner correctly for webs. It seems like it looks like you do when you do it. You always end up under her somehow. What do you mean corner correctly? Go ahead and check the chest here. Do we get kits? Do we get pets?
Nope.
Could we get a second kit or a second pet in the same stream? Dry top. I don't have the plugin. It's not showing for me. Oh, never mind. There it goes. 71 personal rates dry. 13. Team 1. Thanks, Broken Hip. Flexing on how. Oh, wait, guys. Line up, line up, line up. We celebrate these. Turn around.
Lad.
Eucalyptus, if you could like reword your question, maybe I'll better understand what you mean by it. In the middle is going to be our man, Loser Lad. Loser Lad, you get this spot right here. We take these moments, we smile, because we only get these moments. Wow, we got the symmetry too. That looks actually pretty cool. The salutes. Pick your favorite emote. I'm gonna try. You know, I haven't done it in a while. I'm in the mood for a twerk. I'm gonna go ahead and twerk. It's a classic little twerk action here. All right.
What's this guy on the edge?
What's it? Shane's pulling up for the picture. I've got it. The 6-man TOB. Loser Lad's first KC. We love these. Let me go ahead and screenshot us as well. Um, the hard mode top completer channel. We do celebrate GZ at Loser Lad. First KC. HMT in time. We love it. Let's go take a picture of the board as well. Looks like the board is disbanded. Can you guys rejoin the party just so we can get a nice picture of the board here? Loser Lad, how do you feel about hard mode Tob? What do you think? What do you think of it?
Pretty chilling. Just
Pretty
take a
chill.
couple times. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a bit tough at first. Like it's a lot of stuff to keep track of, but individually, like the mechanics, they aren't actually that bad. It's just like
Yeah.
they're really punishing when you do not do them. Like you get cooked. Um, I think this group, my own reflection on, I think this group struggled with Niles a little bit. The various members coming in and out of the team across a few attempts here. Um, Nilos is pretty tough if you don't know the rotations for at least one or two people. Uh, you start to feel it in the Nyla room, and there's only so much you can do from a one role to try and help out another role. So you start helping another role, then you fall behind yourself, right? So that's why I spent some time talking about it between attempts to try and help people feel more comfortable in the Nyla role and try to emphasize the importance of just constantly doing something, having a simple plan over a really complicated plan about particular waves is generally the way to get past Nylos, get past the bar. When you start getting to the point where you want to go faster and have cleaner Nylos and like be a lot sooner, you kind of want to watch the gameplay back and say, okay, well, how much downtime did I really have between each of my attacks? And is there like any time where I'm waiting 8 ticks, 10 ticks, 15 ticks, and whatnot? Just like kind of standing around doing nothing. Those are the big ones. Finding yourself not potted or missing the Scythe Chally on the demi boss. Those are also big moments in hard mode Tub. It's easy to forget that demi boss is coming. It's like, oh, there's a new guy in the middle of the room. Gotta kill him. That Scythe Chally is super important. Maidens overall were okay. We had a couple freezing incidents, but that happens. I miscommunicated on one of them, which is my bad as a self freeze. Especially this raid, I should have been really fast to react. Um, react on the situation where our North Freeze is one tick late. In that case, if I start talking and I give doubt to my North Freeze and make him think there's a chance I'm going to freeze the threes, it's worse than me staying silent and just casually freezing the fours, noticing that he's late. So my job as a self freeze is to communicate more clearly than that. I did a poor job there this raid, so I will call the mistake out for myself. For the bloat, making sure we're paying attention to our feet while we're running places, turning our camera early, giving bloat the respect he deserves when he's falling down in a corner. That thing will make bloat go a little bit smoother. We just talked about Nilo waves. Nilo boss, making sure that we're pre-moving away for range phases whenever it could be range, and reacting quickly whenever we need to pull back up because it's mage instead. That'll make our Nilo bosses go smoother. That
So I had a
pre-movement,
question.
go for it.
You said at Nilo when Nilo boss is present, the RDPS stays in one spot. He doesn't move.
Yes,
Correct.
he's the anchor.
Okay, cool.
Traditionally, the Nilo boss, the ranger's the anchor. In the case where someone dies, someone else takes over the anchor role.
Okay, cool.
So that's. I mean, I don't know if that's where your question was going. I didn't let you
Yeah,
finish.
that's exactly what it was.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
that's kind of where what happens there. So you just kind of look at him like, okay, who's got the most gear switches? Who's going to be able to put the most value out of standing still? Because if you're standing still, um, you have got all the time in the world to get your switches done relative to the people who
Yeah,
are moving. You know, they got
yeah.
more leeway. For
The real
Yeah.
gamer says our DPS row is boring.
yeah, our DPS has they work hard during the waves, and then they get to relax at Nilo boss with all of their gear switches. That's how I think of it. I still try to do all the gear switches even on mage roll. I just prefer it. I like holding that standard to the learners as well, which is why you'll see me telling people, hey, bring your elite void range. You're gonna use it. And the second that I see people get the hang of Nilo boss, I switch it to two pile, where everyone is able to get all those switches comfortably because it's just like normal top. It's what they're used to. Except you take a little bit of chip damage. That's all. So went fine. Zarpus, I think I killed someone on accident. My bad. Uh, not ideal. That happens from time to time. P1, we lost a staff, but it ended up dying. I took some chip damage as a result, but that's kind of on me for not calling it out, I guess. Always be watching the person ahead of you in ore border. If they have the staff they're dropping, you want to be ready to pick it up right away. For P2, we had some crabs being killed quite slowly. When those crabs get killed slowly, it makes the room go a little bit rougher. People take chip damage from crabs. People forget that crabs are coming across room. They don't realize it. Always zoom out, find all the crabs. Don't get back on boss till all the crabs are dead. And once they're all dead, then get back on boss. There's
Uh,
actually like that checklist. Make sure you don't do it in the other order, because if you get hit by one of those crabs in hard mode top fives, it's the end. It's over. You're cooked.
you have to hit the crab with the style.
You just put this saying on. One way saying, when that crab is green, it's going to be blue next. It's always gray, then green, then blue. So you put the saying on, you wait for it to turn blue, or as it's about to turn blue, then you click to attack. And that saying will always one-shot it unless you're super brewed down.
Okay.
And one way saying is perfectly fine. You don't need mage gear, you don't need void. Um, But that'll make
All right.
P2 go smoother. P3, the biggest thing is tanking cleanly. This raid, I had a very long pog tank duration going into an rage phase. I also had pog tank maintained going out of yellows. So if you want to see some pog tanking, exclamation mark learn pog, or watch the VOD back for this one, the vid back. That section had a decent amount of pog tank. I think I had one mistake during the pog tank, and I did kill someone northeast. Surely it wasn't loser lad again. Kind of rude if I did. My bad.
Nope.
Little melee action there. I'm looking back here looking. I don't know if I did. Um, but yeah, clean taking is what's going to carry P3 for the most part. Making webs is the second biggest thing that carries P3. So those are the two big ones. Alrighty, that's my recap for the raid. I'm trying to focus on some details that might make the raid go a little smoother room over room. And those deaths in the earlier rooms, they really destroy the points of the chest. We did a good job actually redistributing our points so that our teammates walk into Versic with supplies, not starving. Um, so it can be rough if you go in there with nothing, man. It's so rough when you get like 2 points at the bloat chest. You're like, oh, it can be like that though. Um, any questions about the raid? Anything else you want me to chat about or go over?
No
Just want
questions
advanced
on
raid,
the raid. Oh, go ahead.
advanced raid tracker. How do I end up pulling back up the tick by tick for Nilo?
Awesome. So let's talk
I
about
just see
that.
like an
So
overall stats page basically.
So there's different versions of Advanced Raid Tracker. The one I'm using is the one that comes with the plugin hub. You may find other ones on GitHub. I don't think it's technically against the rules because the plugin doesn't break the rules. It's a developer client thing, but I won't get into that. But for the live, what we want to do is you want to, after the raid's completed, you can click View Live Room, and then at the top there's a bunch of banners, buttons, Maiden Bloat. I'm gonna go ahead and show it for stream as well. One second here. Let me pause the music because I can't use this scene with music. So what we see here is, I'll just go ahead and showcase it here. Right, we hit View Live Room, and this will show all the rooms that we had, right? And we can
That's
click Nihilocus, and we can kind of look back at it. I'm going to ask the question, was anyone kind of AFKing a little bit? And I'm going to throw you all on the spot, and I want you guys to find a spot where you were standing around doing nothing. Call me Mike, find a spot where you did nothing. Hmm. So each of these waves is the red line when they spawn. And these things on the tape show us when we did an action, right?
Wave 5.
Wave 5. All right, so you're standing around doing nothing for wave 5. Then you eventually decide, okay, I see nothing to main, I'm going to pipe something, right? And then pipe something later, right? Wave 6, nothing. Wave 7. So you might ask the question, okay, what things spawn on wave 5, 6, and 7 so that I can find something to do next time? So you go figure out, okay, you look at the VOD and you say, okay, wave 5, that's when an east small mage spawns. I can hit that. Or maybe the bigs are splitting soon from the wave 4. Like we sang the big wave 4 here or something, right? If it dies right away, then maybe it's going to be splitting out sometime around here, and you could be hovering that, right? It gives you a chance to look back at your gameplay and figure out what can we do to actually make more value out of it. How about you, Math Bum? Find a spot where you did nothing.
74 before tens, or right
74
after
before
tens.
tens. Awesome. So I'm gonna challenge you one step further. Not that you did nothing, but what are you supposed to do in wave 10 spawns? Ask the
Chin
ranger.
all three.
Chin all three. Did you chin all three?
I got 2.
You got two. So you gotta look for things like that and be like, okay, that or the chin's
Yeah.
missing here. You can pretend you threw a chin here, right? Like,
Yeah.
chin
I
could go
missed
here.
east.
Missed east. So like, one thing you might look at is look at your path and you ask yourself the question: is the way that I path from the west to the south to the east? I think that's probably what happened, right? You did wave 10 south and then west. Oh, and you didn't get to the east in time because you were blowpiping here for a little bit.
Yeah, I should
Your
have
pipe and
T-bowed, I
stuff.
think, on 72 or 70, and then chin, chin, chin.
Yeah, or up here you could be starting to throw the chins earlier. So just pointing it out. So like when you look
68,
back at the gameplay, you're like, oh, I'm
yeah.
supposed to throw 3 chins. It says I threw 2 chins. Was I trolling? Did what caused me to do those 2 chins? Try to like work backwards and figure out what did it. And then figure out what's my cue for getting ready for it. My cue that I always recommend people is like the big nine. I don't see the wave nine. You didn't hit the big nine at all. It looks like. So that one is like your cue coming down the west lane. So like you might be cleaning stuff inside the room. Then you're like mentally prepping for that. The big nine. You want to pop that, and you want to start throwing chins all over the place. That'd be kind of what I would be looking at for this wave. There's other examples too, like wave 23, 24, for instance. Um, like this is a place where you want to like bow something, and you'll pipe some stuff coming down the lane. Then you send another bow with the big coming down out. And what that does is it makes a lot of smalls pop out, and gives our teammates more things to do. Um, I've kind of talked about that rotation a couple times in other VODs. How about you, loser lad? Can you find something that you would look at and say, okay, I'm gonna look back and see if I can find a place to hit some stuff?
Wave 9, probably.
Wave 9. What
What-
happens wave 9? Us hitting.
Nothing.
That happens, you know. It happens. The biggest thing I would look at, loser lad, is asking the question: were you ready, anticipating this demi boss to fall, right? And you're newer to hard mode top. This is like your first KC, right? So, like I
Yeah.
said, what I'm doing for my demi bosses, right? I'm being greedy. I'm using to the last second to get my scythe and my chally off here. If I wait any longer, this demi boss is gonna change colors, right? It's gonna be too late. And what ends up happening for you is you grab a Sang here, and I think what happened is you're like, oh shit, I gotta hit this dummy boss. Let me switch to my melee gear. You get the scythe off, and then by this point it's turning green, and you didn't get your chally off, right? So what I might do if I were in your shoes and looking back at this gameplay is ask, am I getting close to wave 10? Right? So wave 10, wave 20, those are when the big demis come out. Then basically mentally prep for it. And of course, you mentioned wave 9 as well. You ask the question, what was I doing wave 9? You might look back at the footage and be like, was I just like trying to attack things like my teammates kept killing it right before me, or was I having a hard time finding some mages to click? That might be an example of ways that it could be smoothed out. How about you, Broken Hip?
I do see that I slowed it. I'm pretty good at attacking on idols, but I'm a little late on wave 10.
Yeah, a little late on wave 10 as well. Yeah, we missed
Yeah.
another Chally here, didn't we? So that's
Yeah.
brutal. The Challys are rough. Um, like missing 2 Challys here means that this big Demi probably lived, and then it starts terrorizing us, right? We really don't
Yeah.
want that. So when you're looking back at your gameplay, that's like an example, right? And then how do we do for wave 20? Were we ready for wave 20? Oh, that's what I like to see.
Yep.
Yeah, baby. Look at this. Look at all these sites in Chally. We were ready for this one. The first one, I think people realized how important it was after the first one. They all psyched Chally. That or my call out was better or something, or maybe we were all aware of it. We're like, oh yeah, it's hard, man. We got to kill these.
I
Um,
wish there was a plugin that shows you like which waves the mid boss
There is.
comes out.
it's wave 10 and 20. So I would look at the plugin Nihilure. We got this one, right? And what you
I
can
do
do
have it.
is you have this wave shown, right? So what you look at is, is wave 8 coming out? Is wave 9 coming out? You're just looking at the edge of the lane between attacks. You say, okay, I'm on wave 8, I'm on wave 9. Oh, here comes wave 10. Wave 9, wave 10's next. The other thing I like to do for people who aren't plugin enthusiasts, because not everyone is I try to get them cues based on what they're supposed to be hitting. So, for example, the mage roll hits the big 8 west. That's on the right side of the screen. There's a small 9 east. You can tap that as well. And then after that, that's when the demi starts coming down. That's what I'm thinking. Like, okay, I do that, then the demi comes down. For the range roll, you're looking at the big 9 west, the big ranger coming to the right side of the screen. You see that coming out? Showtime, you know? Um, and if I'm on the right side of the screen, I might be looking at the splits coming from the 8 that the major killed if they one hit it, if I'm a meleeer. If I'm on the other side, I might be helping with that pre-fire on the 9 if there's nothing in the room on a melee roll. There's just examples of like things you look for. Like you would say, okay, well this is the Nilo that I'm killing right before the demi spawns. Let me remember that one. That Nilo is my indicator, and then that's your cue to like get on the boss if you're not a fan of using the plugins. In that case, it's a little more effort. You have to memorize the Nilo, you have to memorize the waves. It's a little more work, but that might help make it go a bit smoother and finding the places where your weaknesses are when you could like this will reveal all the weaknesses, but it won't necessarily explain why that you did the thing you did, right? That you have to look back at the footage for and try to understand like what happened here. All right, that was kind of a neat little exercise. I don't do that too often. I don't like pulling up the tape, so to speak. It's literally a tape. It's a good question though about Nilos. Let me get the stream scene back. Let's get the tunes going again.
What
Uh,
are the kit times for HMT?
Kit times for 5-man, it's 25 minutes total time. 4-man's 27, I believe. I think 3-man is like 32 or 29, one of the two. Um, 2-man, I think is 35. If I remember correctly, I think it's 35 minutes. And I think solos, which I think by the time you're doing solos, you're not so worried about kit time. But I think it's like an hour and 5 or 55 minutes or something. I don't know. I do know they're on the wiki. I think it might be an hour 15. Maybe someone who does hard mode solos is lurking in the chat and they know. Or someone's like a wiki fiend and they're hopping over to the wiki checking. Um, yeah, if we play with a decent bar of gameplay, we keep ourselves potted. We're keeping it pushing time between rooms down by being quick between rooms, and then just generally doing the mechanics at a decent fundamental level. And most of the team lives every room. It'll make time. But the thresholds or time are pretty generous, and that's assuming everyone's got decent gear. We have had runs if you look through the Hard Mode Top Completers channel in our Discord. Link in the description if you're still watching on YouTube, by the way, listening to this podcast turned review. Um, if you look in there, you'll see a couple raids where I've gone with 4 people with whips before, and we have made time. Those are a little bit stricter. The window, we lose a lot of time to gear then. So what you'll often see when you go to LFR, go to raid, like in like WDR or something, they have requirements that are a little stricter than mine. It's like we expect everyone to have a scythe. We expect everyone to have some level of fundamentals and gear and whatnot. And if you don't meet those things, they try to say like, hey, you're gonna be a liability to your team essentially, which is a bit harsh, but kind of how it goes.
That's fair.
Um, but yeah, my gear requirements the same thing people require for a normal top. I just want people to have a chance to experience the content, learn and have a good time. Maybe make some friends along the way, and maybe support their friends when they eventually want to come learn it. Send them my way. It's fun stuff. Um,
I have a question.
hit me.
Does the Nilo boss switch aggro, or does it stay aggroed on one person?
This Nihilus, it's random when it chooses to attack. It will try to attack someone. So it's random in that sense. There is a little bit of manipulation you can do by stepping under the boss, but you really shouldn't do that. You should be stepping under in hard mode top at least. If you're um, if your question is it random? Yes, but if you don't want it to target you, you could step under. In hard mode, that's a very risky thing to do though, so it will retarget someone else if it can't find a person to hit.
All right, cool.
I don't know exactly how long it takes. I might look into that, but I do know I've avoided death a few times by stepping under at an opportune timing to give myself one more tick to eat or something. Um, yeah. Hopefully that answers your question though. It is random.
Yeah, it does.
Any other questions?
Nope,
No.
I think I'm good.
All right, we asked a little bit of questions there. We like those. I did do a little recap for the raid, so we talked about that already. I appreciate all of you. If you're still watching the video and you're enjoying the listen, hopefully you're willing to drop a like here. I have a lot of fun making these. I love helping the learners out, and your support means a lot. Lets me know that you're enjoying the content. For all of you taking on the theater, good luck and good race. We'll catch you in the next one.